Okay, welcome to practice, everyone. My name's Ari, just in case we've never met before. Now today we're going to be doing something special. We'll be moving like tigers on the mat in a mandala flow. So this was originally taught to me as the Vyagri Namaskar by Shiva Ray. Vyagri, which means tiger. And I've slightly modified it from its original version. So as we move around a circle on the mat, we'll get into the hips, we'll get into the hamstrings, we'll also free up around the neck and the shoulders. And our journey today will take us to Kundanyasana B, which is basically like a flying splits position on an arm balance like Chaturanga. And we might have some other transitions from there that we'll work with as well. We'll see how we go. So we're going to get into some binding. We'll get to Bird of Paradise, freeing up all the area around the chest, the shoulders, the neck. Okay, if you have any injuries or anything going on, you know what to do. Just take it easy. Remember, you can always pause the video, rewind, go back, do what you need to do to have an amazing time on your mat. Okay, let's get started in Vajrasana. So as I am now, seated on the heels. And if you had two blocks with you today, that would be handy. I don't have blocks with me at the moment, but I'll show you what you can do without them. But if you have them, they're definitely helpful tools. Okay, so let's get started. Close down your eyes when you're ready and just start to tune into your breath. Remember that your breath is really the most important part of the whole experience of your practice. It's in the focused breath which is going to help calm the mind and keep you very centered on your mat. If you like to practice with Ujjayi, you can create that gentle restriction at the back of your throat now. Remember, it's a soft, soothing sound, never force, never strain, just like the whole practice of yoga. When you're ready, you can bring your hands together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, a gesture of balance and serenity. Inviting these qualities into our practice, you can take this opportunity now to set an intention or a focus, or maybe dedicate this practice to someone or something else. And once you've done that, everyone, gently open your eyes and release your hands. Have a good practice. Now let's interlace the fingers behind our backs. So interlace the fingers as best you can. If you can't, use a strap. Now think of reaching the knuckles back towards your feet behind you and opening the shoulders and chest. Now feel as if the belly could gently draw in towards the spine. The shoulders could keep moving down towards your knuckles. The crown of the head could lift up. Maybe the chin could slightly lift up. So it's ever so slightly a back bend. And then when you're ready, with an exhalation, gently release the interlaced fingers and come into a tabletop position with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees below your hips. Now make sure all the knuckles are pressing down into the floor, the fingertips are gripping the floor, and the center of your peace fingers is facing forwards on your mat. Spin the triceps back towards your knees. Keep moving the shoulders towards the hips and first extend the crown forwards for your neutral position. Now when you're ready to inhale, I want you to draw in the belly, tuck under the tail, press the palms down, round the spine in your cat stretch. When you're ready to exhale, allow the belly to dip towards your mat and then feel the shoulder blades move through your chest in our cow stretch. As you inhale, the tailbone tucks, the belly draws in, you press the palms down, round the spine, pulling that energy in and up. And as you exhale, allow your belly to dip again. Feel the heart move forwards and up through your nice straight arms. Keep going with your breath as you inhale, coiling the energy in and up into center, protracting through the shoulder blades, doming the upper back. And as you exhale, allow the belly to dip, the heart to move forwards and up, and keep the arms nice and strong. Do two more on your own. The inhale, coiling in. The exhale expands and opens. Last one. Now return to a neutral position, which is neither cat nor cow. So feel the belly and rib cage draw into the spine. I want you to really think of the crown of the head extending away from your tailbone, and I'll remind you of that later on as well. Now next inhale, tap your right arm with your right knee. And as you exhale, extend your right foot to the back of the mat and put weight in the back foot and hands. Now as you inhale, tap the left arm with the left knee. And as you exhale, step the left foot back to the back of the mat. Now you're in plank. Now as you inhale, tap the right knee with the right arm again. Exhale, step it back. Now you'll tap the left arm with the left knee. And then exhale, step it back. Let's do one more each side. Inhale, tap right arm with right knee. Exhale, step it back. Last side, left side, inhale, coil in. And then step it back. So we'll stay in plank, keep breathing. Spin the triceps back towards your feet. Move the shoulders to the feet. But again, extend the crown of the head away from your heels. I want you to imagine a long line of energy from the heels through the legs, through the spine, and through the crown of your head. Now take an inhale here, and as you exhale, head to downward dog by driving your hips up and back. And it's our first downward dog, so make any movements, adjustments, pedal the legs out, whatever you feel you need to do. We still have the knuckles pressing, the fingertips gripping the floor. We have a sense of energy pulling up through the center of the palms. Lift that energy up your forearms, keep spinning the triceps back towards your feet. Drive your hips away from your fingertips as best you can, get long in your spine. See if the rib cage could pull up into the spine, the belly could lift up, the hips could keep reaching up and back. Press the center of your thighs back, send the heels down, just feel the stretch down the back of your legs. Okay, so we'll set up the pathway of what's coming in our tiger a little bit later. So now let's shift forwards into the plank again. Now lower your knees to the floor directly below your hips. Untuck your toes, take the hands forwards. Let's come to an easy Anahatasana. So you don't need to bring the chin down, just bring the forehead down for now. The hands are shoulder distance apart, the triceps spin down towards your mat. The inhale could be a sense of energy pulling in, almost like that cat stretch rounding the spine. The exhale, almost like that cow stretch, taking the chest, the forehead down closer. Again, the inhale, there can be a subtle coiling in. The exhale allows the armpits and chest to go down closer. One more pulsation in Anahatasana. Now from here, shift forwards to a forearm plank. So place your elbows directly below your shoulders, tuck under your toes and energize your legs. So let's find that strong line from the heels, through the legs, through the spine, through the neck and through the crown. Now, again, the pulsation, the inhale, I want you to pull into the center of your body. And as you exhale, radiate from the center of your body, heels away from crown. Again, inhale, pull elbows in towards feet, pull to center. Exhale, expand and radiate from your center. One more pulsation in the forearm plank. Expand from center. Now lower your hips to the mat and everyone untuck your toes. Find Sphinx pose. Now in Sphinx, your elbows are below your shoulders. See if your biceps can switch on. Move your shoulders towards your feet and really wake up your legs. Now can your heart and chest move away from your feet and maybe your head lift and extend up. Now on an exhalation, just take the forehead down to the mat, slide your hands back next to your lower ribs, and we'll do 3 cobras just to warm up the spine. Hug the arms close to the torso, keep gliding the shoulders to the feet, and keep those legs very active. If you can, really think of the tailbone lengthening to the feet. Now when you're ready to inhale, peel up the head and chest. Keep moving the shoulders back to the feet. And as you exhale, soften back down. Again, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Inhale, lift. And then exhale down. One more time, follow your breath. And then exhale down. Now press back to child's pose for now. Send your bum back towards your heels. Breathe into the lower back, middle back, upper back. And know that you can come to this position anytime you want through your practice today. Anytime you feel overwhelmed or you've lost the control of your breath, just head here and reconnect. When you feel ready, make your way back to downward dog by shifting forwards, tucking under your toes, extending your hips up and back and sending your heels down again. Now slowly walk your feet up between your hands, taking little steps all the way up between your hands until one day the toes are in line with the fingertips. Now when you get there, find a halfway lift. If you need to do hands on shins, do that. And remember, crown of the head extends away from your tailbone. And as you exhale, take that length into the fold, Uttanasana, intense stretch. Again, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen and extend, find that long line of energy. Take that into the fold, Uttanasana, as you exhale. Bending the arms if you can, hugging the arms in one more time. Halfway lift, lengthen, and then exhale, fold. Now this time as you inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. Keep pressing into the feet, pulling the energy up the legs. Lengthen the tailbone down as the arms lift up. Maybe the palms press, look up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. They can circle there or come down the center. Take another breath in, Samastitihi, standing in balance and focus. Tadasana, mountain pose, arms by the sides. Now inhale, lift the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Feel the energy rise with your breath. As you exhale, swan dive and take the hands down to the floor, maybe fingers in line with toes again. Find that halfway lift, inhale, lengthen and extend, and then slowly step to plank as you exhale. Now inhale to prepare a strong straight line. Your chaturanga, lower the knees if you need to, and hover your shoulders in line with your elbows. Untuck the toes, upward dog or cobra, so you'll choose your adventure for your spine. Lift the inner thighs, pull from the core, travel back, downward facing dog. Okay, now let's enter our salutation to the tiger, slightly modified, the Vyagri Namaskar. Now try to descend your left heel, and with an inhale, lift your right leg up. Try to lift from your inner thigh. Now as you exhale, lift the left heel, bring the right knee to the nose and step your right foot next to your right thumb. Now let's lower the left knee and untuck the back toes. You can be on your fingertips or blocks. Now on an inhalation, start to extend your right leg straight, Ardha Hanuman, just as best you can. And then as you exhale, re-bend your right leg and lift your chest. Now as you inhale, reach your right arm in front of your shin, so get low to the ground like a tiger. I like to have my fingertips just off the mat, okay, and think of the wrist being directly below the elbows. Now inhale here, and then as you exhale, turn your head to the left and bend your arms, so turn away from that front bent leg first. Now inhale, center. And then as you exhale, turn the head to the right and think of the crown of the head extending away from the tailbone. Now walk your hands around towards the left, tuck under the back toes, all the way to the back of your mat you go, and then lower your right knee into the floor and untuck your back toes beyond the fingertips. Now on an inhale, start to straighten your left leg, Ardha Hanuman, just as best you can. And as you exhale, re-bend your left leg and lift your chest. Now left arm in front of the shin. Get low to the ground like a tiger. Again, inhale. As you exhale, turn your head to the right. So turn away from the bent leg first. Inhale, center. And then as you exhale, turn the head to the left. Now Anahatasana, like we did in the beginning, send your left knee back next to your right. Take the hands forward, shoulder distance apart, and on an exhalation, melt the heart, the chin or the forehead down towards the floor. You can enjoy a couple of pulsations here. We'll just go nice and slow with the first round. And from our Anahatasana, we come into forearm plank. Now, eventually it's the inhalation that brings you there, and you switch on the core on that same inhale. The exhale, you radiate from your center, then lower your hips and untuck your toes. We're back in Sphinx. Find your Sphinx legs, drive your legs back, lift your heart up, inhale. Now as you exhale, slide your hands back next to your lower ribs. You're going to rise in upward dog or cobra. Inhale, lift when you're ready. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now dual leg lifting. Inhale, lift your left leg up as the right heel descends. Downward dog. As you exhale, return your left foot down. We do the right leg again because it's a mandala. Inhale, take the right leg up as the left heel descends. Lift your left heel as you exhale, right knee to nose, dome the upper back and step. Right foot next to right thumb, lower the left knee, untuck the back toe. Now as you inhale, start to straighten your right leg as best you can, half splits lengthen. And as you exhale, rebend your right leg, lift the chest. Right arm in front of the shin. Inhale, get low to the ground like a tiger. As you exhale, turn the head to the left, melt the shoulders down the back. Inhale, center, and then exhale, turn the head to the right. Tuck under the back toes, start to walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat. Inhaling as you turn slowly. Exhale, lower your right knee, untuck the back toe. Inhale, start to straighten the left leg. Ardha Hanuman, lengthen. Exhale, rebend the left leg. Left arm in front of the shin. Get low to the ground like a tiger on inhale. Turn the head to the right as you exhale. Make sure the neck is long, crown of the head extending. Inhale, center. And then exhale, turn the head to the left. Anahatasana, left knee back, hands slide forwards, inhale. Melt the heart, chin or forehead to the mat as you exhale. Now see if you can get one breath. Inhale, shift forwards to the forearm plank and switch on your core. Exhale, radiate from your core and then lower your hips. Untuck the toes for Sphinx. Lift your heart in Sphinx as you inhale. Exhale, slide your hands back next to the lower ribs. Upward dog or cobra, choose your adventure on inhale, lift. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now the left leg leads with an inhale as right heel descends. And as you exhale, knee to nose, round the upper back, lift the right heel and step your left foot next to your left thumb. Lower the back knee, untuck the toe. As you inhale, start to straighten your left leg, Ardha Hanuman. As you exhale, rebend your left leg, lift the chest. Inhale, left arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground like tigers. Exhale, turn the head to the right. Inhale, center. Go with your rhythm. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Tuck under the back toes. Walk the hands around to the right, all the way to the back of the mat. Inhaling as you turn slowly. Exhale, lower the left knee, untuck the toe beyond the fingertips. Inhale, start to straighten your right leg, Ardha Hanuman. Exhale, rebend the right leg, lift the chest. Right arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground like tigers again, inhale. Turn the head to the left as you exhale, glide your shoulders down your back. Inhale, center, and then exhale, turn the head to the right. Send your right knee back, Anahatasana, hands forwards, inhale. Melt the heart, chin or forehead to the mat as you exhale. Forearm plank on your inhalation, shift forward, switch on your core, pull in. Radiate from center as you exhale, lower your hips. Untuck the toes, Sphinx. One breath to lift your heart. Exhale, slide the hands back next to lower ribs, get ready to rise up. Upward facing dog or cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, dual leg lifting, right leg, inhale, lift it slowly as left heel descends. Downward dog, exhale, place it back down. Left leg, inhale, lift it slowly as right heel descends. And lift your right heel, bring left knee to nose and step. Left foot next to left thumb. Lower right knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, start to straighten the left leg, Ardha Hanuman. Exhale, rebend the left leg. Left arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground like tigers, inhale. Turn the head to the right, exhale. Center, inhale. And then to the left, exhale. Tuck under the back toes, walk the hands to the right, all the way to the front of the mat, inhaling as you turn gracefully. Exhale, lower your left knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, start to straighten your right leg, Adho Hanuman. Exhale, rebend the right leg, lift the chest. Right arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground, inhale. Turn the head to the left, exhale, shoulders slide towards your back foot. Inhale, center, and then exhale, turn the head to the right, keep the shoulders level. Anahatasana, right knee back, hands forwards, inhale. Keep the hips above the knees, exhale, melt chest, chin or forehead down. Now forearm plank, inhale, shift forwards, switch on your core. Radiate from your core as you exhale, then lower your hips, untuck the toes for Sphinx. One breath in Sphinx, lift your heart, inhale. Exhale, slide the hands back, get ready to rise up. Upward dog or cobra, inhale, lift. Downward facing dog, exhale, stay there. Now, keep breathing in your downward dog. That was stage 1 of our Tiger Namaskar. Now we'll enter stage 2. Stage 2 is a little different in that we don't drop the back knee and untuck the back toe. We stay in a strong lunge. We'll do a pyramid pulse and we'll add the chaturanga and upward dog, okay? So slightly different. Let's get into the groove when you're ready. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Left heel descends. As you exhale, lift left heel, bring knee to nose, step right foot forwards next to right thumb. Keep the back leg strong, be on the fingertips. Inhale, start to straighten your right leg, pyramid, hug the right hip back. And as you exhale, rebend the right leg. Right arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground like tigers again, inhale. Turn the head to the left, remember the long line from heel to crown. Inhale, center, keep the back leg strong. Exhale, turn the head to the right. Now walk the hands around to the left, all the way to the back of the mat. Inhaling as you turn. Exhale, land in a lunge, strong back leg. Inhale, start to straighten your left leg, pyramid, hug the left hip in. And then as you exhale, rebend your left leg. Left arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground like tigers, inhale. Turn the head to the right, exhale. Inhale, center, press left arm into left shin, exhale, turn the head to the left. Now plank pose, inhale, your chaturanga slowly, exhale. Upward dog or cobra, inhale, rise with your breath. Downward facing dog, exhale. Dual leg lifting, left leg, inhale, lift it slowly. Downward dog, exhale, return it down. Right leg, inhale, lift it slowly as left heel descends. And lift left heel and step right foot next to right thumb on exhale. Keep the back leg strong. Inhale, start to straighten the right leg. Lengthen. Exhale, rebend the right leg. Right arm in front of the shin, low to the ground like tigers again, inhale. Turn the head to the left, reach the left heel back away from the crown. Center, inhale. And then exhale, turn the head to the right. Walk the hands around to the left, inhaling as you turn slowly. Exhale, land in a lunge, lift the heart. Inhale, start to straighten the left leg, pyramid, lengthen. Exhale, rebend your left leg. Left arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground like a tiger. Exhale, turn the head to the right, press your left arm into your shin. Center, inhale, keep the back leg strong. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Plank pose, facing the front now. Inhale, your chaturanga. Exhale. Upward dog or cobra, rise with your breath in. Downward facing dog, breathing out. Left leg leads now. Inhale, lift it slowly. Lift right heel, exhale, step left foot next to left thumb. Keep the back leg strong. Inhale, start to straighten your left leg, pyramid, lengthen down your leg. Exhale, rebend left leg. Left arm in front of the shin, get low to the ground, inhale. Turn the head to the right as you exhale. Center, inhale. Then to the left as you exhale. Walk the hands around to the right, inhaling as you turn to the back. Exhale, land in your strong lunge, lift the heart. Inhale, straighten the right leg as best you can. Exhale, rebend your right leg. Right arm in front of the shin, get low as you inhale. Turn the head to the left on exhale. Center, inhale. And then to the right as you exhale. Plank pose facing the back, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing or cobra on inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Dual leg lifting, right leg, inhale, lift it slowly. Downward dog, return it down on exhale. Left leg completes the mandala, inhale, take it up. Exhale, coil it through, step it through next to your thumb. Inhale, start to straighten left leg, lengthen. Exhale, rebend your left leg. Left arm in front of the shin, get low on inhale. Turn the head to the right as you exhale. Strong line of energy, inhale, center. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Walk the hands around to the right, inhaling as you turn. Exhale, land in your strong lunge, lift the heart. Inhale, straighten your right leg, pyramid. Exhale, rebend right leg. Last time, like tigers, get low to the ground, inhale. Turn the head to the left as you exhale. Keep the back leg strong, inhale, center. And then exhale, turn the head to the right. Plank pose, facing the front again, inhale. Your chaturanga, slowly exhale. Upward facing, rise, inhaling. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Stay there, press into the palms, drive the hips back. There was our salutation to the tiger from its original version taught to me by Shiva Ray. I could just do that all day on the mat, especially out here in this beautiful location in Sydney. Beautiful day. Now take your gaze between the hands, soften the legs. Now you can either step or you can float lightly your feet forwards and together between your hands. Halfway lift, lengthen and extend. Fold as you exhale. Now let's all bend both legs. Inhale, raise your arms. Come to Utkatasana like you're seated in a chair. Shins back, pelvic bowl up, energy rising up, maybe palms pressing. Breathe. Now let's interlace the fingers behind our back. Reach the knuckles back, inhale, open your shoulders and chest, and then as you exhale, fold, get your stomach on your thighs, your chest towards your knees, let your head be heavy. Now reach your knuckles away from you, so give your neck some space, and if you can, slowly start to straighten your legs more. Get a sense of gliding your torso down your legs, crown of the head extending towards the top of your feet. Return to the Utkatasana chair by bending your legs, releasing the interlace, and sweeping the arms back up. Now we're going to sit down deeper in the chair. So start sitting down, 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 making our way all the way softly to the floor. Use your hands if you need to. Navasana. Now in Navasana, if you need to hold the back of your legs, just do that. Okay, so you can stay there if you want, shoulders down, chest lifted. Otherwise, legs straight. Maybe arms straight. Hold the boat pose. Now, if you're feeling good, we'll see how I go. I'm on a rocky surface. Inhale, come down to half boat. And then as you exhale, lift back up to the boat. Now, inhale halfway. And then exhale up. Inhale halfway. Exhale up. 2 more. Inhale halfway, exhale up, last one, and up. Definitely trickier on this surface. Now come down halfway, hold the half boat. It's like a dish shape. Shoulders down towards the hips, crown of the head away from the toes. If you're feeling good, biceps up next to the ears. Reach, reach, reach. Then relax your head and shoulders, hug your knees in. Give it a squeeze into the chest. Let's find a figure 4. Left foot down flat, right ankle on top of left knee. Press your right hand into your right thigh. Move that right thigh away from your chest. Now, start to thread your right hand through the gap between your legs. Interlace your fingers at the back of your left leg. Now hug your left knee in towards your chest. Press your right elbow forearm into your right thigh, so you're still moving that right thigh away from your chest, even though you're drawing your left thigh closer in. Breathe into the outer hip, the glute. Keep the shoulders moving to the hips, the crown of the head extending back, and let the jaw be relaxed. Now feel free just to stay here and marinate, okay? If you feel like you want to go a little further, lift your head and shoulder blades up, bring the right hand to the base of your skull, lengthen the back of your neck and support your head. Now your left hand is going to hold your right flexed foot, or one day that right foot can hook into your left elbow crease and you'll hang onto your right shin with your left hand. Keep the shoulder blades up. Inhale, take your left foot up towards the sky. Exhale, send your left foot forwards away from the crown of your head. Inhale, take the left leg up, coil up. Exhale, send your left foot forwards, crown of the head back. Again, inhale, send your left leg up, coil up. Exhale, reach and radiate, extend out. Now do 2 more on your own. Follow your breath. Last one. Once you've done that, rebend your left leg. Release your right foot down into the floor. Relax your head and shoulders. Place your left ankle on top of your right knee in the figure 4. Left hand presses into left thigh. You're moving that left thigh away from your chest. And exactly like the other side, you'll now thread the left hand through the gap, interlace the fingers at the back of your right leg. Now the left elbow forearm presses into the left thigh, moving that away from you still, but now you're drawing your right thigh closer to your chest. So now you'll breathe some space into your left hip, your glute, wherever it is you feel this stretch, you breathe consciously, smoothly. Now, you can marinate if that's what you did on the other side. Otherwise, you'll start to lift your head and shoulder blades up. You'll bring your left hand to the base of the skull, support the head, lengthen the neck. Now, your right hand can either hold that left flex foot, or one day the left foot hooks in to your right elbow crease and you hold onto your left shin. Now, with an inhale, send your right foot up to the sky. With an exhale, send your right foot forwards away from the crown of your head. Keep the shoulder blades up. Inhale, take your right leg up, coil up like a sit-up. Exhale, extend and reach out. Inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale, extend and reach out. Twice more on your own. Follow your calm, smooth breath. Once you finish that, rebend your right leg, place your right foot down, release your left foot down. Hug your knees in towards your ribs. Now we're going to rock up to Malasana. This will be interesting for me on this surface, but I want you to try to rock and roll along your mat. Reach your arms through your legs and come to a squat position. So rock and roll as many times as you want. Arms reach through legs, hands come in prayer. Now, let me talk about what's going to happen next. I'll just face you this way. We'll work with crow pose to tripod headstand back to crow, and then crow to chaturanga. Okay, so they're just possibilities. You could just stay in malasana and enjoy the hip opening. If you're working with crow, you can come into the arm balance with me. If you are working with headstands, some inversions, you'll listen to the cues carefully as I go through it, okay? Just do what you can. Remember, don't force. Make sure you've got no plants, dogs, small children, cats, or anything around you that you're going to fall on, okay? Make sure you're safe. That's the priority. So let's do crow. Place your hands into the floor. Bring your feet closer together and lift your heels. Check that your index fingers facing forwards. All the knuckles are pressing. Fingertips are gripping. Now hug those arms in. Move the shoulders towards your feet and lift your hips up. Now start to shift the weight forwards. So I'm right on my tippy toes now. Now I'll see how I go with the tripod here because there's rocks directly underneath me, but I'll do my best. Shoulders back, sternum forwards. Pick one foot or both feet up in your crow. Continue to breathe smooth, calm breaths. Now either stay here in crow or keep practicing going in and out. Otherwise, tripod headstand. If you're going to the tripod, start to tuck your chin towards your chest. Grip the mat with your fingertips and bend your arms to place your head down in the floor. Now make sure your wrists are below your elbows, your shoulders are moving to the sky, and your arms are hugging in. If you can, you're going to come to a tuck position, lifting your knees off your arms. Hold the tuck for several breaths. If you feel good in the tuck, extend one foot to the sky, then the other. Keep hugging in. Breathe. To transition back to the crow, return to the tuck, separate the knees and bring your knees onto your upper arms. Drop the weight back, peel your head up, press the floor away. Crow. Now to chaturanga, extend your sternum crown forward, shoot your legs back, go slowly, quietly. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Just head back to downward dog, everyone. How you get there, just do it safely. Then return to anahatasana. Lower your knees, take the hands forwards, melt the heart, chin or forehead down. Enjoy the pulsations, coiling in, melting the chest, chin or forehead down on exhale. Now feel free to stay here. We are going to work with dolphin and pincher. So if you're coming along for the next inversion, do it calmly. Shift forwards to place the elbows below the shoulders. Make sure the biceps switch on. Press away from the floor so your head and your shoulders move away from the floor. Now move your rib cage away from the floor. Look towards your knees. Tuck under your toes, and when you're ready, straighten your legs. Like downward dog, but you're on your forearms. It's way harder than downward dog. Walk your feet up towards your elbows. Try to send your heels down. Continue to breathe. Now, if you're coming to Pincha Mayurasana, step one foot forwards and lift your other leg up. Now send the gaze slightly forwards and see if you can gracefully pick up your other foot off the floor. Driving both feet towards the sky, eventually dropping the head through the arms. Breathe. Now, if you went up slowly, gracefully, softly, come back down, and let's all meet in forearm plank. When you get there, switch on the core, pull energy to the center, Radiate from the center, then lower your hips. Untuck the toes. We're back in Sphinx. Now lift your heart in Sphinx, wake up your legs. Now as you exhale, take the forehead down and then interlace your fingers behind your back. So like we did before. Shalabhasana locust variation. Use your knuckles to move your tailbone to your feet. Now when you're ready to inhale, first just lift the head and chest and drive your knuckles back. There's a gentle tuck of the chin. If you're feeling good, lift your legs as well. Extend the crown of the head away from your feet. Breathe and lift. Now bring your hands next to your lower ribs. Let the tops of the feet touch and rise in upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Adjust yourself on the mat. Press into the hands. Drive the hips back. Now we want to return to Malasana from downward dog. Think of doing a little frog jump and landing softly, your feet to the outside of your wrists. Gaze slightly forwards, bend your legs. How lightly can you jump your feet to your wrists? Malasana. Do a pulsation where you press your arms into your legs, you lift your chest up, and then bow your head down, take your hands down. Now straighten the legs, parallel your feet, and grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Thumbs rest on the tip of the big toes. Now inhale, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail like a halfway lift. Then pull on the toes, bend the elbows and fold. Padangusthasana. The weight ever so slightly forwards. The rib cage gliding down the legs. The crown of the head extending to the space between your feet. Keep the shoulders moving to the ceiling so you've got opposite movements there. Sternum and crown extend down as shoulders pull back. Now next inhalation, straighten the arms, lengthen the spine like a halfway lift. Exhale, hands on hips. Press into the feet, inhale, lift the head and chest, slowly come up. Now make sure you're on a steady surface, unlike me. Ground into your left foot. Now bring your right knee in towards your chest, and if you can, either hold your right knee or your peace fingers hook around your right big toe again. Square the chest, move the shoulders down. Lift the crown of the head up, and if you feel you can, extend your right foot forwards. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Descend your right hip level with the left. Now take your left arm out to the left. Wrap your left arm behind your back in a half bind. Think of the left fingers going towards the outer right hip. Now as you open your right foot to the right, see if your left hand can rest on your right thigh. Press your right thigh down even though you're lifting your right foot up. And maybe look over your left shoulder. Slowly bring your gaze back to center, bring your leg back to center. Now everyone send your biceps up next to your ears. Interlace your fingers again behind your back. Reach your knuckles back, lift your right leg higher. Listen carefully, step your right foot in the floor. Send your left foot back to a modified warrior 3. Little toe side of left foot points down, crown of the head extends away from the heel. Now release the interlaced fingers, extend the arms forwards. Bend your right leg, float your left toes to the back of the mat. Drop the left heel, warrior 2. Left hand searches back. Now make sure the right hip's hugging in, the shoulders are moving down, and the right knee is tracking in line of the second toe. Now from here, let's take that half bind. Wrap your left arm behind your back. See if you can find the top right thigh again. Press down on the thigh. Keep hugging that right hip to the left heel. Half bound warrior 2. Now slowly straighten your right leg. Heel toe your back foot in heel toe. And if you had a block, it would be close to your right foot. Use your left hand like a karate chop to shift your right hip back to your left thigh. So let the hip shift. Now either place your right hand down on your shin or your block, or the fingertips maybe to the floor on the outside of your ankle. Now stack your left shoulder on top of your right. Glide your shoulders towards your hips. Half bound triangle pose. Lift the quads. Lengthen the crown of the head away from the tail. Breathe. Now look towards your right foot. Half bound, half moon. Bend your right leg. Heel toe your back foot in. Heel toe. Take your right hand forwards with or without the block, maybe the fingertips, and float your left foot up off the floor. Flex your left foot and imagine doing a karate kick in the left leg. Keep the left shoulder stacked on the right. Now release the half bind with the left hand. Extend the left hand to the sky. Now gaze towards the floor, circle your left hand to the floor, bend both legs just a bit and bring your left knee next to your right to square the hips. Once the hips are square, then standing split, send your left foot to the ceiling or the sky. Maybe the right hand wraps around the right calf. Now lower your left foot hip distance apart from your right. Now either stay in a passive forward fold, otherwise bound Uttanasana to bird of paradise time. Right fingertips to the floor, just between the feet or in front of the feet. Raise your left arm up. Now wrap your left arm behind your back in that half bind. Now you'll thread, if you can, your right arm under your right thigh. See if you can find your left fingers or your strap. Now straighten the legs as best you can. Look towards the sky over the left shoulder. For those coming to bird of paradise, gaze to the floor. Shift the weight into the left foot, lift the right heel. Slowly come to stand, carrying the right leg. Lift the chest. And if you can, extend your right leg. Rebend your right leg. Place the right foot down. Release the binds. Take a halfway lift, everyone, and then step your left foot back. Come into a lizard lunge. Lower your left knee, untuck the back toe, bring both arms to the inside of your right leg. Maybe take the forearms to the floor or the blocks. Okay, so we're ready for our arm balance. Kundanyasana B. Now, we'll do Kundanyasana B to Chaturanga today. So think of a flying splits on your arms. So what we want to try to do first, if you're coming along for the journey, otherwise stay in this nice lizard lunge, curl under your back toe, energize your back leg. Now drop your back heel. Start to thread your right shoulder behind your right knee. Similar shape to what we're in through the tiger. Now place your hands to the floor or blocks. Right hand on the outside of right foot. Left hand under left shoulder. Hug the elbows back towards the back foot. Lift your back heel. Lift your front heel. Start to shift the weight forwards. Now as we send the sternum and crown forwards like you do with crow, I want you to extend your right leg straight if you can and pick up your back foot. Bend the arms like Chaturanga. Then go to Chaturanga, send your left foot down, right leg back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Don't worry if that didn't happen because we've got a whole other side. Now from downward dog, we want to float our feet to Malasana at the back of the wrists. The feet will be slightly turned out. Think if you can do it a little bit lighter, maybe stack the hips over the shoulders this time. So bend your legs, gaze forwards. Keep the arms strong. Think of stacking the hips above the shoulders and landing softly. When you get there, have a pulsation, and then fold and take the hands to the floor. Now straighten the legs, parallel the feet. This time stand on the palms of your hands if you can, Pada Hastasana. Toes up towards the wrist crease. Lengthen the spine and fold, pulling the hands into the soles of the feet. If this is too much, just grab your big toes again. Now you feel calm again. Next inhale, lengthen the spine. Release the hands from under the feet. Exhale, hands on hips. Press into the feet. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Come up to stand. Now ground into your right foot. Lift your left knee into your chest. Either hold onto your left knee or get those peace fingers and hook it around the left big toe. The inner wrist faces in. Level the shoulders. Get the chest level. Descend the left hip next to the right. And then maybe extend the left foot forwards. Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. Press the big toe away from you as you pull on it. Keep pulling the left shoulder back in. Take your right arm out to the right. Wrap your right arm behind your back in a half bind. Then open your left leg out to the left. Maybe your left hand's on top of your left thigh. You're pressing down on your left thigh as you lift the left foot up. Maybe you're looking over the right shoulder. Slowly bring the gaze and the leg back to center. Biceps up next to the ears. And then interlace your fingers, maybe the other finger on top this time. Reach your knuckles back. Lift your left leg higher. Then step your left foot down. Send your right leg back, modified warrior 3. Little toe points down, foot is flexed. Crown of the head drives away from the heel. Then release the interlace, warrior 3. Slowly bend the left leg, float the right toes to the back of the mat, drop the back heel, warrior 2. Make sure the left knee hasn't collapsed in, your back foot slightly turned in. Pelvic bowl is lifted, pelvic bones are level. And then you'll wrap your right arm behind your back in that half bind. Try to find the top of your left thigh. Keep the shoulders moving down. Half bound warrior 2 to half bound trikonasana. Slowly straighten your left leg. Heel toe your back foot in, heel toe. Maybe the block's there. Shift your left hip back using the help of the right hand. Place your left hand on the shin, the block, or the floor. Stack your right shoulder on your left. Keep lengthening your tailbone towards the back end of your mat. Rib cage settles back in. From here we transition to half bound, half moon. Gaze to the left foot, bend the left leg. Heel toe the back foot in. Take the left hand forwards with or without the block. Float your right foot up off the floor. Karate kick in the right leg. Now, free the bind of your right arm. Extend the right hand away from the left, the right heel away from the crown of your head. Then you'll take your gaze towards the earth, circle the right hand down, then bend both legs a little bit, square your hips, so right knee next to the left, then standing splits. Send your right leg up. Maybe the left hand wraps around the left calf. And then you'll float the right foot hip distance apart from your left. Either take that passive forward fold, or you're coming to the bound Uttanasana, bird of paradise, okay? Left fingertips just in the floor below your face. Right arm up, open the chest. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Now, if you can, take your left hand through your legs, reach your left arm under your left thigh, find your right fingers or your strap, maybe straighten the legs, look to the sky over the right shoulder. If you're going to bird of paradise, look to the floor, bring the weight into the right foot, lift the left heel. Slowly stand up, carrying your left leg. Lift the chest. Extend the left leg. Put it in reverse. Left foot down, release the binds, everyone. Halfway lift. Step your right foot back, come to the lizard lunge. Bend your front leg and lower your right knee. Untuck the back toe. Bring the elbows or forearms down. Marinate here. Now, if you're coming along for the next journey, you're mentally preparing yourself for our arm balance. Kundanyasana B, okay? Kundanyasana B to Chaturanga. So if you're coming for the ride, tuck under your back toe, energize your back leg, then drop the back heel. Now we want to start to thread the left shoulder behind the left knee. Stay there if you want. Otherwise, right hand underneath right shoulder, left hand just next to left foot. Lift your back heel. Wrap the triceps back towards the back end of your mat. Lift the front heel. Start to think of crow, sternum forwards, crown forwards. Now, as you extend your left foot forwards, bend your arms and pick up the back leg. Lower your back foot, send your left foot back, Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Let's meet there, everyone. Downward dog. And then from there, let's take a child's pose. Lower your knees, send your hips back to your heels. Let everything just rest. Slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. Roll up so your head's the last thing to lift. Okay, once you're there, just lean off to one side. Extend your legs forwards. Let's take Pashi Mottanasana. Flex your feet. If you need a strap, place a strap near your feet or a towel. Hands next to the hips, lengthen the spine. Find the danda, the staff in the spine. Once you've found that, inhale the arms up. Draw the belly in, exhale, start to hinge and reach forwards, forwards, forwards. Grab what's available, your shins, your feet, your towel, your strap. Now can you move your rib cage, torso down your legs? Can the sternum and crown extend to the feet? Can the shoulders move back to the hips? Can you lengthen and breathe? Feel that the upper back wants to move through the chest. Bringing more length, more extension with your breath. Just a few more breaths here. And when you're ready to inhale, reach the arms all the way back up. Urdhva Hasta Dandasana. Then as you exhale, release the hands down by the sides. Now let's take Purvottanasana. Keep the feet together, feet flexed. Take the hands about a forearm distance away from your hips. Fingers face the same direction as your feet. Now look at your feet. Your feet are flexed. Now when you're ready, press into the hands and heels, lift your hips up. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. When you feel good, you can take your feet flat towards the earth. Extend the crown of the head away from your toes. Keep pressing, keep lifting. Look forwards towards your feet, flex your feet again, and slowly come out by lowering your hips to the floor. Now bend your legs, shuffle your bum forwards down your mat, place your feet down hip distance. Bring your hands into prayer, extend the prayer forwards. Now how slowly can you engage your core to come down vertebrae by vertebrae onto your back? Setting up bridge pose, everyone. Longest fingers of your hands about to touch your heels. If you want to place a block under your sacrum, you can. When you're ready, press into your feet. Lift your tailbone, your hips up away from the earth. Get the shoulder blades a little closer towards each other. If you can, you'll interlace your fingers underneath you, reaching the knuckles to that space between your feet. Keep moving the inner thighs down, lengthening the tailbone towards the space between your legs. Breathe. Now, if you have a block under your sacrum, feel free to stay there. We will do another set. So when you're ready to come out of this interlace, release your hands. Slowly roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Let the feet be wide, the knees come together. Now, the second set could be a repeat of exactly what you just did, or Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow or wheel pose. So you'll make your decision. You're warm enough to go to the wheel if you want to, okay? It's just an option. Separate your knees, parallel your feet. Longest fingers of your hands just touching your heels. Press into the four corners of both feet. Peel your tailbone, your hips up. Get the shoulder blades closer. Maybe interlace the fingers again. If you're going to the wheel, keep the hips lifted. Take your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Hug the arms in. Press onto the crown of your head. If you're feeling good, press down to lift up. And breathe. When you're ready to come out of your experience, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your arms, slowly release your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae back down to the floor. Now either the feet together, knees wide, or feet wide, knees together. Let everything settle for a moment. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. Breathe. Feel what we cultivated from our practice. Let it all soak in. The richness of the whole experience. Hug your knees towards your chest. We'll finish with some nice twists. You can bring your knees together, take your arms out in a T shape or cactus arms, drop both knees to the right. Now you can look to the left or keep your head in neutral. Other options include binding the left leg over the right, or bringing the right ankle on top of the left, or keeping your legs stacked or staggered. Choose your adventure, what you need for your twist. Breathe from the left hip through the left lower ribs, the lower back, to your left upper ribs, your chest. Some nice restorative breaths. When you're ready, you'll find your way back to center. Stay for a breath, and then with an exhale, you can drop both. You did here. Upper right rib cage, right side of your chest. When you're ready, you slowly bring your head, then your legs back to center. Hug your knees to your outer ribs again. Let's take happy baby pose now. Reaching the outsides of the feet or holding the shins or big toes. Pull down on the feet if you've got them. Move your shoulders to your hips. Keep the crown of the head extending away from your tailbone. Make any last movements you feel you need, everyone. Whenever you're ready, find your way to your final posture, Savasana. Extending the heels away from the crown, having the arms by your sides, letting everything relax and surrender into your mat. Let go of the control of your breath. Allow everything to settle and rest. All the way down to the soles of your feet and toes is relaxed. Feeling that space down the backs of your legs through the hamstrings. Maybe feeling that space around your hips, your glutes. Letting all that oxygenated blood just move through your lower body. That can help bring space to the lower back. Your lower back feels settled. Your abdominal muscles relaxed. The digestive system calm. You notice the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. You let your whole spine settle. You notice that energy moving up and down the spine and out into the rest of your body. You feel the shoulders move away from your ears, and that strength you cultivated in your arms just soak all the way down to your forearms, your palms, your fingers. All that space around the muscles around the base of the neck, all the space around the shoulders from our binding. Now let your jaw relax, your lips, your eyelids. The crown of your head and forehead also relaxed. Savasana. Surrender to your practice. Soak in all these beautiful changes from our journey through the tiger, into the binds, into the bird of paradise, into our arm balances and inversions as you rest. Now feel free to stay in your Savasana as long as you like. Whenever you felt ready, you would just bring some gentle movement to your toes and your fingers, and your ankles, and then your wrists. Maybe that movement can go to a bigger, fuller movement, like a big full body stretch. You roll to one side. You'll be there nice and relaxed, calm, resting your heart before you return back out into your world. You'll keep your eyes closed and you'll slowly make your way up to a seated position. Either seated on the heels like how we started, or a cross-legged position, or on your block. You'll lift energy up your spine when you get there, and then slowly, humbly and quietly bring your hands together in front of your heart. You'll acknowledge now this effort you made to step on your mat, to move and to breathe. Maybe to try something a little different with our mandala tiger. Exploring all the beautiful ways we can move on our mat. How we can shift this energy. Always honor your effort and know that there are changes taking place. Always with patience, always with practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me from Sydney, Australia. This is where I live, in this beautiful place. I hope to see you again soon on your mat. Thank you.